Hey Aries, this is Perrymore Tarot's weekend reading from August 26th through the 28th. This is for Aries, last shuffle here for Aries. All right, Aries, what we have is we have a milestone and we have deception. So, well, I think that the thing is here that there's of course, deceptions here, right? But I'm getting the feel that this milestone is something that you did not think you would ever get to, that maybe you were told you would never get there. Maybe there were naysayers around you. Not that you were being deceived, but that you were deceived into thinking that maybe you would never reach a certain point in your life. And it's about happiness. Ten of Cups and the Eight of Swords. I don't know a better place to be stuck in, but in a Ten of Cups. But the deception was to make you feel like you would never do it, like you couldn't do it, that you would not be successful at it, that you would never reach it. That's the deception here. That was not your story, and I think you made that pretty clear. I think that the milestone here is that that's the deception, is that you were stuck and that you're happy to be in a certain place. That's the problem, right? That you're just happy to be in this one bad spot, right? That you are the milestone would be too that you are oblivious. Maybe the deception is that you're selfish, that you only think about what you want, right? And I think that the milestone energy, this is very interesting because it looks like this is what has been said about you more than anything else. That's who you are. That, like, also too, people may view you this way, like, oh, Aries is so selfish. Aries only thinks about themselves. Aries only cares whether or not they get what they want out of a situation. The milestone here is that maybe you felt like you could never forgive these people, like that you could turn a blind eye to it. I think that this is very bothersome to a person, that this is how it will always be. I'm going to have to make my peace with it and be happy regardless of how people see me, regardless of what people say about me. You may even felt really betrayed by those thoughts or those feelings that, I mean, not the thoughts and feelings, but what people say or what people feel about you, the way that they view you. It was very painful to feel like that is how people see me, kind of thing. And that it's almost as though it was bothersome to the point where you were watching to see what people had to say. Like, if it's social media, you would post something and then you would be vigilant and then go look at the person's page and be like, are they really saying this about me, or how are they acting, or something like that. The milestone is that you don't give a crap anymore. The milestone is that now you see the hope in a situation. You may be heartbroken to know how people feel, but you know that you're not, Aries does not get put in a box anywhere. So this is something that I see here. The sign, I see Capricorn here. We have water and air, and we have water, but fire, air, and water. Sorry, I think I said water twice. But this is a very big milestone, that although it's like you've forgiven the heartbreak that you felt, you may have even forgiven the fact that you have been betrayed by these people, because it's a betrayal to see someone in a light that is not the truth. And it looks like maybe you were also very loving and caring towards people. You did a lot for them to just turn and say this about you, and that's hurtful. The angels of the four directions, Three of Wands, and the Hermit. And honestly, this is about Spirit telling you to keep fighting. This is the angels telling you keep on pushing, that this revelation is going to come to other people. You already know who you are. There was a part, I think, with this, when people say this about you, this is about you actually going back inside, like, just to show how much of an ego you don't have. You did go deep and say, what part of this is true? How am I portraying this to other people? And then it shows that they're telling you that they want you to keep pushing, that the revelation is going to come to them and you don't need to worry. As a matter of fact, they're going to come back around to say, I'm sorry, in a sense, or I've learned my lesson, or I've learned something. Intuition and manifestation, Four of Swords, and the Temperance card. Honestly, this is what started everything, is that you started to turn a blind eye to other people and find peace within for yourself. This is about you just you were patient with people, like, yeah, okay, I mean, how in the world could people, I don't know, this, I won't say I don't know. I think gossip got back to you. This more so looks like this. Like gossip got back to you and you decided to kind of like ignore people. And even this may look too like over the weekend, you may block people on social media. You may not speak to a lot of people just in general because you want peace. This shows I know that I want peace, and the only way to do that is to start cutting people off in a sense, or ignoring people, or being very unavailable. You're just going to be unavailable unless it has something to do with peace or doing something harmonious or doing something really, that where everyone's going to work together and do well. You're not dealing with it, and I wouldn't either, to be honest with you. And so from that point on, this is when you're taking that time out for yourself. This is when the angels are working with you, saying, I know, you're going deep within, you're figuring things out, you're looking back at how things were, and now you need to wait for I would say wait for people to show up, or wait for your blessings to come, right? Because you may feel, if this is the case, you may feel like you're misunderstood quite a bit, right? But the angels are telling you, you're like, you could do the check and balance within all day long, but you are who you are, and you already know who you are. Obviously, you are not doing or being the way that people think. So this would be about people just being completely, that's just how they feel. They're just, you stand out, right? You are the Queen of Wands. Like you have a bright aura, you have a bright spirit, and people feel very attached to you. And that's the funny thing. It's like you're watching me, but you don't like me, or you were watching me and you don't even have the best ideas or thoughts about me. You're talking about me. You're gossiping about me. You're feeling quite, you know what I mean? Like in a sense, like not even competition, but you feel offended by just who I am as a person, and that is very hurtful. So this milestone is that you finally, maybe you weren't that way before, maybe you were just like whatever, but now it bothers you. Now it's like, what in the world? Okay, well, I tell you what, I forgive y'all, but I'm going to focus on my happiness. I don't have to be in this box. Or you could think whatever you want about me, I don't care, but I'm not checking for it anymore. And I love this about it. And like I said, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, you have Virgo, you have Sagittarius. You don't have to be dealing with any of these signs. These signs could be in your chart. Doesn't have to be that, right? We have other fire energy. I would say this would be Aries. You may have a Libra in your life, or a Cancer. It doesn't have to be these signs, like I said, but you're no longer dealing with this anymore because it's painful. It's to the point where you want to end it. Like you just want to stop dealing with certain people that you may have heard the gossip from, and there's a grain of truth in what is being told to you, because it's like something that you've heard from another person already. Like you've observed them thinking this way or acting a certain way. So you're like, oh, okay, I know who it is. I know what this is. But that's okay. I forgive you. I'm going to focus on being happy, but I'm not going to be stuck anymore in this energy, right? And I'm not even going to watch. I'm not even going to deal with you. So that's what I've got here. There's an energy of you blocking people or ignoring them so that you can focus on your peace and happiness. And I love it. Okay. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.